Welcome to Nerd Territory. My name is Shako and thank you for watching. Since you clicked on this video, you will be watching my reaction to Invincible Season 1, Episode 3, and hopefully you will stay tuned for the upcoming episodes. Thank you in advance. So, I finished watching Episode 2. I wrote down some notes. First of all, I'm gonna go through notes I wrote down from episode 2, some things I want to say, and then I will directly just jump into the episode. So, what I have written down. First of all, I wrote down Green Ghost. This is the black girl in Guardians of the Globe in a green suit that unfortunately died. She had quite good powers. Her name was mentioned by these rescuers who we are invisible, not invincible, invisible. Yeah, invincible. We have our Mark Boy, but yeah, they were invisible. When they came in, they had some kind of a suit, and yeah, they mentioned the name of this superhero who was part of the Guardians of the Globe, and it's Green Ghost. Rip her. What else? Yeah, Debbie. We basically understood the name of the wife and the mother of Mark, Debbie, who I like very much. I like this woman. She seems like to be a very kind of like a boss lady type, very empathetic, teaches Mark good lessons, is there for her son. So far, good job to Debbie. I like her character. Not anything like her husband, Omni-Man, Nolan. Yeah, Nolan is his real name. Then there was this guy with glasses whose name was Donald. He was explaining about this Global Defense Agency, GDA in short, as then this guy Cecil Stedman, who is the director of GDA. He seems quite sick as well, even his appearance, marks here, scars, is very cool. But yeah, back to this Donald guy. This was the guy who explained about GDA and who kind of broke the news to Mark and Debbie about Omni-Man being in the hospitalized. Yes, I already mentioned Cecil Stedman, which is director of GDA. He is quite an interesting character already. Within just one episode, we got introduced to him. And yeah, what was the most interesting is that I think he realizes it was Omni-Man who killed all the Guardians of the Globe, but he is afraid of that idea. He's afraid to even think that this was him, meaning Omni-Man, but he knows deep down in his heart and in his brain that it definitely was Nolan who killed all of these Guardians of the Globe. And it's understandable, it's logical, because we saw at the end of this episode, I wrote down the name of these aliens, Flexens, yeah. Flexens, how Omni-Man in just, I don't know what, in a minute, how he destroyed the whole planet of these Flexens. Just like this, did not even break a sweat. His beard just got grown because time runs faster, which is a very cool premise if you ask me, because time runs faster on a Flexens planet. So it's understandable, it's logical why Cecil does not want to believe or even mention the idea out loud about Omni-Man might possibly being the one who killed all the Guardians of the Globe, because then it means they need to confront him, they need to persecute him, and God knows what he is gonna do. We saw what he's capable to do, so he is definitely capable to destroy Earth as well, just like he destroyed Flexen's planet. So of course it's a very, very tricky situation. Even it's proven that it's Nolan who killed Guardians of the Globe. We know as a viewer, but they don't know as characters, right? Even it's proven for them, then I think the smart move, and I believe in this guy, I think that's what he's already doing, Cecil. I think he already knows, actually, that Nolan killed Guardians of the Globe, but he's playing along with Nolan and everyone else, and in secret I'm sure he is devising some kind of a plan maybe to get rid of Nolan, so this problem can be done once and for all. Otherwise, if they just come out and accuse him of this crime, he can just like this kill anyone at any time, at any minute, as he wishes. Then I wrote down Atom Eve. This was the new character that I liked the most in this new episode. Her real name is Eve, and I think her last name is Wilson. I think Mark mentioned that is Eve Wilson when they were having him and William as well. It's Mark's friend, who is very funny. I like William. I liked all of his scenes last episode and first episode as well. Hopefully he's gonna become more of a character. But okay, let's get back to Eve. Eve also seems very cool. She has this Scarlet Witch type of vibes. Hopefully she can become as powerful as Scarlet Witch is right now in the MCU. I've seen Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness. I believe I have not followed everything for Phase 5, but as I believe Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness was the last time Scarlet Witch appeared on Marvel screen. So if she can become Atom Eve as powerful as Scarlet Witch, because I'm saying this because I for me it kind of seems like they look alike a lot. They are kind of same prototype of a hero for me. So Atom Eve, good vibes. I like her already. I hope her and Mark are gonna stay together. Are gonna end up together, not stay. Yes, there is Amber as well, and Amber has good vibes as well. I think her and Mark would be good couple too, but nothing close to Eve and Mark. They have very good chemistry too. Then there is Rex. Rex Plode is his superhero name. I loved this guy. He's just amazing. I just liked him so much in that second episode. I laughed a lot with his jokes and just the way he is, the way he acts. It was just very funny for me. I hope this character will get a development, because I feel like we already got small tidbit, nothing special. If you did not pay attention, you would not kind of catch it, but it was like when he kind of got jealous of Mark and Eve being together, coming from somewhere together, and then they explained they go to the same high school together. He was like, oh, how is it? Something like, how is it? I did not even get to go to high school, or something like this. And then Eve kind of gave him a burn of, it shows, we know it shows, or something like this. But behind it, I just saw something that there is some kind of a backstory there. Why was he not able to go to high school? Is something going on there with him, his family, his background? So I feel like if Rex is given enough time and enough screen time, and enough development, he might become a favorite character for me, because I already like him with his just jokes, and he's kind of an asshole, but not in like an aggressive, or how to say, like, how can you not be he's an asshole, but not in a very bad way, if that makes sense. He's funny asshole. Well, who else? Okay, there was also Duplicate, not duplicate as a word, but Dupli, and then the girl's name is Kate, actually, and she kinda, as Rex also put his name in his superhero name, Rex Plode. Eve as well, Atom Eve, her name is Eve, and here Kate as well did the same. It's like Duplicate. So it's like Rex, whatever I got, I did not get much of his power, but whatever I got, he can make some things explode. So it's like Rexplode. For Kate, she can duplicate, basically make clones of herself. So therefore Duplicate, right? And then it's Atom Eve, and Robot is obvious one. Robot is named Robot. His superhero name is Robot. Very original, yeah. But yeah, I'm talking about Atom Eve. So we know in WandaVision in Marvel, we learned about Scarlet Witch that she can rearrange atoms and rearrange reality. Is this the same thing? Like, does Eve have the same power? Can she like manipulate atoms to rearrange some reality, to create some new things? Because if that's the case, that would be so good. Because so far right now we just saw her pink powers. She used it as a shield, as an attack, and at first Scarlet Witch was using her powers like that as well, somewhere close like that. So it would be really cool if Eve's character took a development towards that way, where her power up, basically level up, means that she can create things, she can manipulate energies around people, atoms. That would be so cool. Duplicate as well was very cool. I liked her powers as well. William, I already mentioned. Next, I had the note for William and Robot. Robot also I mentioned. But yeah, one red flag Robot gave me was like when these flag stands came back for the third time, already very, very upgraded. And we are beating our team. Their also group name is so freaking funny and not original. Team. Like what? But yeah, the teams and marks us. Then Omni-Man came and of course whooped their ass. But before that, Robot was mentioning, it's like we cannot beat them. I would suggest to Cecil to drop a nuclear bomb on the city. Like what? How many people would die, Robot? And you are supposed to be a superhero, my brother. And superhero's main goal should and must be to save people, as many as possible. And here he was suggesting to drop down the nuclear, not just a bomb, nuclear bomb on the whole city. Like what? Yeah, he's a robot, I guess. So he always calculates logically the things. So I guess he just calculated in his mind. And it seemed like the city was gonna be lost one way or another. And then the whole world could be lost as well. So that's why he calculated it that way, that okay, you know what, it's better to lose this one city than to lose the whole planet, right? That makes sense, but it's very inhuman, it's not a superhero like. And I'm wondering, so far all of these 4 characters, Robot, Atom Eve, Rex and Duplicate, seem like they're gonna be important characters for the story. I'm wondering if Robot's story and his development is going to be in accumulating human emotions, maybe, and empathy, because so far he just seems very matter of fact, very specific, just directly says as it is, just very robot-like, hence the name, right? So maybe his journey will be to become more human-like, with emotions, with empathy. Let's see, it would be a very interesting journey if that's where the story is gonna go. I would love to see it. But yeah, that was one red flag from Robot last episode. And there was, between Eve and Mark, there was the mention of some other group who we never saw, but I'm assuming the name was dropped so that at some point we are gonna see the superhero team as well, and it's a fight force. And he was saying that, come on, they are worse than us, they got their ass whooped by Lizard League. So I'm assuming all of these mentions, like Lizard League also was mentioned in the first episode by Debbie, I believe, when her and Mark were discussing something about Omni-Man's job, like Omni-Man's going out there fighting this and that and that, and Lizard League was already mentioned in the first episode. Lizard League once again was mentioned in this episode. So is this some kind of a villain, evil group that is gonna come into the play in the future as well, maybe in episode 3, 4 or so far? And also this fight force as well, I'm assuming we are gonna get to meet this superhero team as well. What else? Yeah, Flaxens, I said. Yeah, very cool character. I gave, I think, MVP, if I remember correctly, to this character. It's Damian Darkblood, who is a demon detective who looks like Hellboy, like literally copy of the Hellboy. And I gave the Damian the Darkblood the MVP of the episode. I loved his character so much. We did not see, we saw 2 or 3 scenes of him, not much of him. But whatever we saw, it was quality. He kind of put Cecil in his place, saying that you are a blind old man, you don't want to see the reality, while saying that Omni-Man was the one who killed Guardians of the Globe, which obviously is true, which I'm sure Cecil knows is true, but just refuses to believe, because then it means a lot of problems for the whole planet and for himself and just everyone, basically. And yeah, he just took maybe like 1 week, I think it was 1 week or something, after Nolan was released from the hospital. And yeah, this character was very cool, appearance-wise, the way he talks, his powers, he was touching blood or tasting blood and was seeing what happened to the person that blood belonged to. and it was very cool, and he took very little time to understand that it was Omni-Man who killed all the Guardians of the Globe. So I gave MVP of the episode to Damian the Dark Blood. And the last thing I wrote down is that there is a coalition of planets, a very cool world building we are getting more and more as episodes progress. We are getting a cooler and cooler world building, and this added to that. Basically, there is the coalition of planets out there in the galaxy, and they send evaluation officers for planets who sign up for this program to make sure that planet has enough power to defend itself from all kinds of different dangers. And the evaluation officer Mark had to fight was named Alan, one-eyed guy. He was super cool, super funny. I liked the guy. I hope he will come back. And I feel like he must come back at some point or another in the story. Otherwise, why would you even show this character or would mention this part of the world building if it's not the part of the story in the future, right? So I feel like Alan will come back, and I feel like that we will know more about this real coalition of planets as well. Otherwise, it just doesn't make sense. Why put it in the story at all, right? Yeah. Then this I think is all the notes I wrote down, but I wanted to say some things. First of all, Nolan is just continues to be a big red flag. I don't like the guy. I want him to be gone and forgotten forever. He is a big problem, big issue. His father scale sucks, if you ask me. When he was newly out of the hospital, and him and Mark were kinda training up in the air, and Mark kinda, gave him a good kick. He was like kinda angry about it, like salty about it or something, like what? And he was gonna punch Mark very aggressively, and thankfully Debbie came out just in time, saying that Cecil came, he wants to talk or something like this, so he had to stop. Another thing is how rude he was to the hospital nurse, asking, I need my uniform right now, and Debbie saw it, and Debbie was like, okay, something is going on here. You could see it on her face. And also, just like this, he let Mark go to fight this Alan. Him did not know at the time that this Alan did not mean any harm. He was just, playing around, trying to understand if the planet had the strength, right? But he did not know that. And in the first episode, I was saying, before he went on a psychotic break and killed everybody, Guardians of the Globe, I was saying maybe he's not happy Mark got his powers because of how dangerous the job is. But right now, I am understanding that it's not about that, because he had no problem letting Mark go into the space where he cannot even breathe to fight this space monster. So yeah, like as father he sucks as well, as a human being he obviously sucks. The main interesting point about him right now is that he is obviously the anti-hero of the story, and what's the reason behind it? That's of course the main question, why he murdered, like what was the point of murdering the Guardians of the Globe just like this. So this is kinda the main point of the story for me right now. I want to know the reason why. Obviously there is a reason why, right? What else? I think I've kinda covered everything for the second episode. Now I'm gonna jump in and watch episode 3 on Invincible, but before that, let's do the standard procedure. Subscribe please to the channel. It's completely free and it does not harm you in any way at all, while it helps this guy out very much, who will be very grateful, sending you good vibes, good energies, grateful energies, which I'm sure will help you out in your life in some way, shape or form. Also, if you like the content I'm providing, make sure to click on that like button, and if you have anything else to say about the episode or about something maybe I missed or some point you have, comment down below with no spoilers of course. Let's discuss it together, and this also will help to boost my YouTube algorithm, and YouTube will show my videos to more people out there. Also, in the description down below of this video, you will be able to see my Patreon link. If you hopefully cannot wait to see my reactions of Invincible or any other shows I'm doing so far on the channel, you can always go ahead, subscribe to my Patreon channel for just a couple of dollars a month, and that way you will get an access to an early episodes. There I am weeks ahead, 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks ahead, depends on the tier you're gonna choose. And you can also support my channel and myself that way. I would be very grateful as well. Now, without any further ado, let's go ahead and watch Invincible Season 1, Episode 3. Let's go. I think this is the burial of Guardian of the Globes. Nightmares from the Deep. Go toe-to-toe with ancient gods. Interesting. Oh, shut up. Dark Queen. Oh, Aquarius. War Woman was her name. Green Ghost we already know. Red Rush we already know. Martian Man. Immortal we know as well. Martian Man. Which one is Martian Man? The ones that stretches, I guess? Oh, shut it. I don't even want to hear him. I think the reason is pretty simple. I think he just wanted to be the sole one who kinda is made as a god and have these fans, and people are like, oh my god, save us. I think this is a reason why he killed all of them.
The big one's for show, but the public can't know where the actual bodies are buried.
Why?
Souvenir hunters. Jesus.
Oh my god, souvenir hunters. Wow. Okay.
My comrades, my friends.
Yeah, and you killed all of them.
Reality of this life. Martian Man was exiled from his own people. War Woman was from a different age.
Martian Man, is he from Mars?
Well, please.
Oh, this is Red Rush's boyfriend, Olga.
Finally standing still, and I still can't see him.
Oh wow, that's unimaginably sad. Like it's just third episode, but it's already getting in the feels.
This could happen to the Guardians of the Globe. It means that none of us are.
There's more and more blood on the logo, as I'm noticing, and these intros, these starts, is so cool. Like I like it so much. Oh, some of the fish guys there I saw. And here is Hellboy. Dark blood. Tamian.
Show up anyway.
Never get invited. Show up anyway.
Bring to justice.
Okay.
Don't pretend you do this because
Out of hell. So hell exists.
go home.
Wow.
You'll know why.
Maybe one day you will know why. Wow. I like this guy so much.
Darkness left for dead. Are you insinuating something?
Yes, he is. He has balls.
Nuance of human conversation difficult for me.
Nuance.
There's something.
Nuance of human conversations are difficult for me. Interesting. And Debbie noticed that Nolan was talking to Darkblood.
Watch the tone.
It's okay.
It's not. This is new. I get it. But you need to keep that separate. What happens out there, the mistakes, even the victories, you can't bring it home.
Interesting.
Okay?
Maybe that's right. But then why do you need home at all if you cannot be open about your emotions? Why do you need family if they are not there to support you at difficult times? Like, this guy is just psychopath through and through.
Co-workers.
And you're
Co-workers. Wow.
feel anything?
This is the life. Mark
Thank you, Debbie. Debbie is so cool.
I were burying you today.
I'm not so easy to kill.
Yeah, well, I'm sure that's what Red Rush told Olga.
Hey, he could run fast, okay? It's not exactly one of your premier superpowers.
Are you freaking kidding me right now?
I didn't mean
Debbie, red flags are everywhere all around you.
there than sulking in here.
He's such a bullshit. Yeah.
Everything you think. And I don't want a broken family.
Wow. Poor Debbie. I mean, I feel sorry for Debbie, to be honest. For Mark as well, but mostly for Debbie. Like, he has to... No, she has to control this hurricane, this storm that is her husband. Like, in a way, I think, like, Debbie is a parent of not just Mark, but Omni-Man as well. So far, whatever I've seen.
Sorry.
Oh, Mark. Not very smooth.
You want to start again? Hey, handsome Mark Grayson? What?
I was
Yeah,
thinking
this-
finals are coming up and we're both in Miss Walker's Global Issues class. Maybe we can go over everything together?
Oh, good one.
A study date? Well played. Safe and responsible, no pressure, but with potential for things to move to the next level. Smooth.
Okay, Amber, okay. We get you are intelligent.
Works for me.
When and where?
Okay, Mark got a first date, just like that. And here I see beautiful Eve flying beautifully. And I wish it was her and Mark, not Mark and Amber, to be honest. Amber is cool as well, don't get me wrong, but I think her and Mark would be more suitable couple.
Eve?
Oh, hi, duplicate.
I was. I'd say you should have been there, but it was pretty bleak. Fred Bush's girlfriend had a meltdown and...
Oh,
You okay? Hiccups?
what's going on?
Anything? I knew there was...
Rex had sex with
Don't even...
duplicate's duplicate.
God! Are you kidding me, Kate? I can't believe this. Eve. I am such an idiot. Rex said you're dating Invincible now. Said that you guys talked about it.
What?
Oh, don't.
Exactly.
It's true. What did you expect, huh?
It's not true.
Wow, Rex is such an asshole.
I was wrong.
I like him still, I'm sorry.
Hold on.
But he needs to break up with his ass. Just like that.
The real Kate.
We're all the real Kate.
And now he's asshole even to Kate.
That's technically not what I.
Rex, you need
You know what I
to
mean.
grow up. You have some growing up to do. Oh, you will be destroyed just right now. Whoever you are, like... This one thing that he did already gave it away that he is a joke. Of course.
Needless to say, not all of you will be
I love Eve. She's so cool.
No idea.
who are up to the challenge. Will succeed.
Oh, that's Ant-Man! Ant-Woman in this case. Wow, that's so freaking cool. Better than Ant-Man. She just can do it. What? She went inside his brain? Oh, inside his ear! This is... Wow, this is very handy power. Went and, you know, let me help you
The
up.
new guardians of the globe. Black
Okay. Black
Shrinking
Samson.
Ray,
Shrinking Ray. Very good
Monster
name.
Girl,
Monster Girl.
Aw, look at her. She's adorable. Like an age requirement for this ride? Am I wrong? This seems right, right?
No way.
I don't know, you're here. Isn't there a dick size requirement?
I'm sorry.
For what, your tiny dick? I mean, the way you've been strutting around here, you must be compensating for something.
Wow, that's a burn I never
The audience.
imagined I would hear from this little girl. Is she Hulk? Oh, Rex, you are done. Oh, Hansen name. And it's like a man when she transforms.
You little bitch.
Not so little anymore. Rex, you deserve this. I'm sorry, I like you, but you...
I'm gonna Smile.
Oh, burn after burn like Rex.
Hardly constructed.
This is embarrassing. Not hardly constructive, it's embarrassing.
He asked for it.
And he likes it. Okay, some new characters we are getting
Okay, enough.
right.
Lost Boy Scout.
Uh-oh. And Mark went into... Ouch!
Well, hit that little girl.
Shit. Look, I'm so sorry.
Invincible hit that little girl.
The kid thing sets me off every time, and then it's like, rah, beast mode.
But you're a kid.
Dick joke. I'm sure your junk is awesome.
It's fine. I'm good. You're good. You can punch.
I like this girl. She
Didn't need your help, asshole. Oh, Christ.
she is spicy. Oh, she's so beautiful, so cool.
Cheated on me.
What?
Duplicate all 3 of her.
3 of her. That's such a cool premise as well. Wow.
You and me were-
Mark.
What? That's crazy.
That's all you want.
You're dating the guy, but what an asshole.
Yeah.
Well,
He wasn't always. There is some story behind Rex. I want to madly hear it.
But I was with the Guardians from day one.
Wow.
Oh, he was a member
Maybe if you
of
didn't
the.
use your powers, you might have been there to help the Guardians.
Oh, interesting.
So I'm gonna assume that was a joke, and I don't
So he was.
all you wanna do is call me Dad again.
Oh, I like this guy already. Cool one.
I don't know
And
either, but we need a leader we can look in the eye, not a bunch of ones and zeros. No offense.
That's actually super offensive. So,
yeah.
Wait, you think you should be in charge?
I am the most experienced.
Yeah, at losing your power.
Rex.
Joke already? Why are we even putting up
So
with this?
he lost his powers and then was kicked out of the Guardians of the Globe.
Just get Eve back in here.
I'm
Oh
new
my
to this whole
God.
team thing, but I thought it involved teamwork.
Thank you,
Call me
Ant
when you
Woman.
figure it out. I'll be in the gym. Me too.
So this is the second. It even says. So this is not the like prime Kate. So the first one that was born and is creating these clones, I guess.
Can't do 3 combat exercises a day.
I'm on a rather tight timetable to get this
Oh.
operation.
Whenever I transform, I get
Why?
younger. It's part of the curse that gives me my powers.
Wow.
I'm 24 years old.
What?
So I'm monster woman, but it got too hard to explain. So if you don't want to start changing my diapers,
Poor woman, I guess.
too much for me.
I didn't, of course.
So she is 24 and every time she transports she gets a little bit
A
younger.
relationship looking like this.
Wow.
Are either going through puberty or popping up on sex offender registries.
I understand what it's like.
Wow.
You and see one thing, never knowing the truth of what's inside.
How can you understand? You're a robot.
Oh my god, Robot has some kind of a weird vibes.
hey,
William,
it's cool now, okay?
being a geek is cool now.
You thought of that?
Yeah, Mark, don't change for anyone. You are perfect as you are.
The dishes, the tissues.
The tissue. There. William.
A little Nathan Klein, a touch of Margaret Atwood, some Ta-Nehisi Coates.
I haven't read any of those.
Oh my god.
Started. It'll show Amber you're interested in her.
No, William.
Spicy foods, stand-up comedy, portrait.
No. How he knows all of this? I read her file.
Surrounded school.
It's just a study date, not a first date.
Yeah, this is the biggest mistake you can make when you are getting to know someone, you like them. You should not pretend, you just should be who you are. And if they like just who you are, then it's good. If not, what's the point of having a relationship at all? Amber is funny as well. I like Amber.
Whoa!
Christ almighty, I didn't think she would ever leave.
So Cecil has some kind of a teleporting powers as well, as I understand, right?
Oh, you want to be a superhero?
He teleported last time as well.
Get the pretty gal?
I mean, that's sexist, but okay.
Personal privacy or me time. That's out the window.
Oh, the thing with the phone, it was a friend of my dad's, and I forgot I promised I'd help him with this thing.
Now?
Awkward.
How's it going in here? I brought snacks.
Debbie.
Know where Mount Rushmore is, Cecil.
Such an awkward moment.
But Omni-Man is dealing with a kaiju 10 time zones away in the new garden.
Kaiju.
So here we are.
What is kaiju at all?
Seismic. He has a PhD in seismology.
Dark seismic.
That's legit. The problem is, he made himself a pair of earthquake gloves.
What's he want?
Even he doesn't seem to know.
Gary says brain damage from the side effect of those gloves.
Oh.
He gets a concussion every time he uses them.
They're basic
Such an inconvenient
National treasure down there.
gloves. Like, why do you need gloves that give you concussion every time you use them? Yeah, the guy has lost it for sure.
You come to pray at this obscene monument? They were oppressors, racists, slave owners. I give you a new god worthy of worship.
I mean, that's true.
Seismic.
Like, American history is not very beautiful. Okay, I mean, destroying their faces. It's still a historical monument, but yeah, okay, I get it.
You should be on my side. We can tear down the old power structure, build a new order. I mean, look at the costume they've got you in. Talk about pandering to gender roles.
my own costume. And I thought your doctor was in
Talk about pandering to gender roles. Oh, interesting. So guy is smart, but is crazy basically. Cuckoo for cuckoo pots, or how is it? And these globes have quite a great power, as I'm understanding. Like, he just split the... Wow! Just like that, he split the earth, the ground. Wow! Eve is just amazing. Unfortunately, that thing got broken because she fell down, but like, from how far away she did that thing. That's amazing. Her powers I love so much. Hopefully it's gonna be more Scarlet Witchy like. Okay, good. I think she destroyed one of the globes. Yeah. Good, good, Eve. Ouch! Save him. Yeah, she goes to save him. That's a real superhero right there. Kiss her!
Okay, I gotta go. I'll talk to you later, Eve. Thanks.
And she's disappointed. I don't like this.
Slow down. What's up?
First time I've seen Omni-Man on the ropes like that.
Ah, okay, this is something that Omni-Man was fighting.
It might not be dead.
Put it on ice. You never know when something like that might come in handy.
Yes, sir.
Oh, Cecil. I think what he meant is that
Calamari for dinner?
the guy Donald was saying that I never saw Omni-Man on the ropes like this, so it was difficult for him as well. And Cecil is like, save him. You never know. Maybe we need to kill him.
I was kind of busy.
Nolan,
Yeah, I'll take care of it.
thank you.
Hey, don't forget, I just took down a freaking kaiju and saved
Kaiju. So its name is Kaiju.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, you are not a badass, you are a psychopath.
Today that had a double homicide. I told him
Oh, Debbie is a realtor.
Are you seriously gonna put that on the grill?
Oh, Eve. I feel sorry for Eve. And now Mark is not available. Come on. Oh, that's beautiful. Oh, he has some kind of an exploding powers and he can even make firecrackers. Okay. Oh, you don't say it. You need to work through your shit, my man. Yeah, it was not. I don't think she needs to. Yeah. Good job, Eve. Good job. I'm liking Eve more and more. Well, I want to know more about Rex. Really, I really want. Oh no.
Good for you, Mark.
No, I want them together so much. Now even more when I saw this episode. Oh, this is oh, I never thought we would see them again. Molar twin. They were called Molar twins. One of them, and I think this is the second one. Or oh, so we see them. Are they gonna be like characters present in the story? They seemed very funny. What's going on?
Huh? Shit.
Someone left it open on purpose. Sorry, Pete. Don't kill him. I don't think they killed him. Like they just he just no, knocked him unconscious. Someone did it. Someone did it on purpose. Someone was looking at the cameras and clicked on some things. So funny. He's like big and this like evil, and look at how he's eating.
How? Obvious. As the original article, my intellect's undiluted by the...
Yeah, I remember they were arguing about one being a clone, one being an original.
Say it. You cheap, genetically inferior knockoff. Say it.
That he's a clone? So petty.
I'm the clone.
Oh, I like these Molar twins. They have good dynamic, they are funny. But who is helping them and why?
Multi-phased fusion generator in a 30 megawatt range.
What? Multi-phased... What? Some of the terminology is quite hard for me to understand. Huh? No way! He just like that sacrificed him? Okay, that's not cool. I don't like you anymore. I don't even know which one is which one, but that one, obviously, if one is original and one is clone, obviously still they are different in their personalities.
But I can always make another one.
Oh wow, he can make like clones of himself anytime he wants. So even the personalities of theirs are kind of different. So it's someone in Cecil's robot?
But I feel confident in the progress we've made today.
Wow. I've been saying from the second episode there was a little red flag, and now this? Why? Interesting. Robot with another red flag in the third episode. So it's like 2 episodes robot has been in. Oh, hi, Dark Blood.
Didn't mean to scare.
Huh?
What are you doing in my house?
Is he a robot or something like that?
Information, clues, answers.
I'm fine. I was just coming to bed.
She did not say. She was very apprehensive talking to him, but she did not reveal that Dark Blood was just talking to her. Interesting. So she is starting to catch up. Okay, it's, I think, over. Yeah, it's over. So she is starting to catch up. Okay, let me kind of digest all of this, and we'll be back for the review of this episode, which was also very good. I liked this episode as well. So far it's 3 out of 3. I liked all the 3 episodes. Alright, I'm back to discuss the episode 3 of Invincible. So far so good. It seems like in all of these 3 episodes that I watched so far, story is consistent. It builds on itself. It builds on some developed storylines from previous episodes, and actually I'm gonna give this episode 10 out of 10. I don't think there was anything I didn't like about this episode. We started with the burial and funeral of Guardians of the Globe. Nolan was there and was giving this awful speech, like if he was not the one who killed Guardians of the Globe, then speech would be alright, but yeah, he's the one who murdered all of them, and now he's out there talking about how hard it is for him, now he's alone, etc, etc. Very annoying, very fake. I did not like it at all. I'm getting more and more annoyed by this character as episodes go through, and I hope that he's gonna be dealt with very, very soon. I hope Cecil is gonna find, we already understood from this episode, Cecil is there basically. Cecil understands it's him who killed Guardians of the Globe. From this episode where he told guy's name, Donald, where he told Donald to save that thing, whatever it was, kaiju, I think, that Nolan was fighting, that he had a hard time to beat it, and Cecil was like on the phone, you know what, save it, Donald, let's save this, you never know where it's gonna come in handy. Of course, meaning, if you read through the lines, it means where it's gonna come in hand while we try to take Omni-Man down, right? That's, I think, what's going on there. And yeah, I don't like Nolan. I feel like he's very psychotic. He does not have really the emotional range of normal human being. He does not feel emotions same way human beings feel. He seems like he has some screw loose there when it comes to his emotions and how he needs to deal with people. Poor Debbie seems like she's not just a parent of Mark, but a parent to her husband as well, when in reality it should be 50-50 when it comes to parenting. But so far, constantly in every episode, she has to educate her husband about something, how to talk to Mark, how to behave towards Mark, because Mark is 17 years old boy, like she mentioned in this episode. He has this puberty period, and they can be broken down very easily in this age, which is quite true. It's very lucky for Mark that he at least has this type of a woman as his mother, because it seems like whatever goodness and pureness is in Mark, it's Debbie's parenting, yeah. But yeah, poor Debbie has a lot. Also, it was interesting, just to finish the point about their family, Debbie is starting to get more and more suspicious. She seems quite a sharp, very intellectual, very smart woman, so she is kind of catching up. She did not mention to Nolan that Dark Blood went to her, talked to her like towards Dark Blood. She obviously was protecting her family, but then she was, of course, in the back of her mind was having some suspicions. It was proven because she never told Nolan that Dark Blood was there trying to accuse him of the murders, right? What else about their family? I think nothing so far. This is just their dynamic. Now, this episode kind of gave me characters that I think are gonna be important moving forward, other than the main family we are following, which is Mark, Debbie, and Nolan, obviously. But other than them, I think this episode kind of reinforced who are gonna be main characters, who are gonna be important ones that are gonna develop the storylines. I think from Teen Team, all the characters are getting small amounts of screen time, but the most screen time I think is given to Robot and Atom Eve. And actually this episode's MVP is gonna be either Robot or Atom Eve for me. What I mean in MVP, when I give MVP to a particular character for that episode, I mean MVP as which character was the most influential in terms of what the story was in that episode. And I think Robot and Eve were kind of the center of this episode, if you ask me. For me, of course, Mark is always gonna be the center of this episode or any other episode, but his character brought mostly this romance thing into the mix in this episode. Romance with Amber. He obviously likes Eve. He was very excited by the fact that Eve was gonna be there protecting the Mount Rushmore with him. But yeah, he's kind of getting engaged with Amber right now, and him and Amber kind of seem like they're gonna be a thing, which kills me. I want Eve and Mark to be a thing, but Amber is cool as well. So for now, even though I was sad for Eve, because Eve obviously likes Mark as well, for now at least I can be happy for Amber and Mark. But I think like their relationship is not gonna go very far, if you ask me, because if Mark will keep doing this, whatever he did in the first date they ever had, which was to go disappear for one-on-one and then come back, and if this will be a recurring theme, because Mark is obviously having a second life that he's hiding from Amber, and Amber does not know, right, why Mark is missing. I think this might create some problems in their relationship. That's why I think Eve and Mark are more suitable, because they know about each other's second life, that they are superheroes, so it would be more understandable between them, right? And also I like Eve more than I like Amber. But yeah, to go back, I think I'm gonna give MVP to Atom Eve this episode. It could have been Robot as well, because Robot had some interesting scenes in this episode. But yeah, still I think Eve was the coolest one, with how she did not allow Rex to first being an asshole and then being apologetic kinda. So she did not allow these beautiful fireworks, and in this case Rex's good behavior towards her to forgive him and get back with him. This was very cool of her. Also all her fight scene, she and Mark I think were the ones who had the main fight scene in this episode. She was so cool. She used her powers so well, and she's very sharp. She is a nice girl. So I think I'm gonna give Atom Eve episode MVP. Also, it was interesting how she never joined the new Guardians of the Globe because of Rex. I think she should have, to be honest, but I guess she's gonna find her own path. I'm okay with that. But yeah, MVP of the episode is gonna be Atom Eve for me. Now let's go to Robot, who had a very interesting episode. So far it seems like Robot and Eve are getting the same amount of screen time, meaning that they are gonna be important characters for this story. Then Rex, and the least is given to Duplicate. So I feel like maybe Duplicate is not gonna be as much of an important character for this whole story. Rex so I'm still waiting. I feel like we are gonna still get some backstory on Rex, why he is the way he is. I think it's gonna be sad. I'm ready for it. I like Rex as well, despite all of his behavior. I just like his humor. I like his behavior, even his voice. I like it. I like it in a way that it's very funny for me. So it kind of gives me good energies when I laugh with Rex or about Rex. But yeah, so far Atom Eve and Robot seem the most important ones from the team. Robot got very interesting scenes in this episode. First of all, he was made the head of the new Guardians of the Globe, which is huge for Cecil to give him this role. It means like Robot has some skills, you know, some very good skills. Then there was this interesting scene between him and this girl, that Monster Girl, I think, that when she turns, she just loses her age, she becomes younger. And he said something like, I know that world sees you one way and you are different within, and I know how difficult or hard that is, or something like this. And then girl was like, but you are a robot, how would you know? And then there was this focus from the far on his figure, which gave the vibe that Robot is kinda, I think, having a little bit of personality difficulties. Like he, I think, obviously is very robotic, he is very matter of fact, he just calculates statistics and all of this stuff, but also inside I think he might be developing some emotions, or he already have some emotions that he does not know how to deal with. I don't know, like this is what I got from it. I think that's gonna be part of the story, Robot's development, or what Robot is up to. This sentence is some kind of a hint, I think. And I think whatever I said at the start of this video in the discussion of the episode 2, I feel like Robot's story is gonna develop this way of him kinda finding his humanity in a way that he, kinda getting okay with the emotional side of himself. Maybe he's just now developing, maybe this is his evolution. He's at the level where he's developing emotions. And of course, then there was this moment of him, he released the Molar twins. Yeah, he released the Molar twins. Why? Like, I'm sure there is some kind of a reason. He could have released anyone out of that prison, right? And he released this Molar twin. What's the point of that? It's interesting. And he seemed, that last scene where then Cecil asks him something, I don't remember already, but asks him something and he comes out from the shadows, it seemed very menacing. But for some of them, I still don't believe that Robot is like a bad character, like a evil character. I feel like there is some kind of a complexity there of what's going on, and I think it's gonna be explained what's going on with Robot. But yeah, episode 2 and now episode 3 gave me a good idea that Robot seems a very important character for the story. He's gonna be present in the story and we're gonna get to know him more and more, and he's gonna affect the story in some way, shape or form. Same with Atom Eve. Atom Eve obviously is gonna be a huge part of the story. I think they're gonna be love triangle between her, Amber and Mark, and also her story is going somewhere as well in terms of her superhero dealings, because she obviously did not join the Guardians of the Globe just like Mark, so she's kinda independent now, so she can do whatever she wants, she can save whoever she wants and go on any mission she wants, right? She still gets calls from Cecil as well, so I guess she's just gonna become a lone wolf just like Mark, or maybe her and Mark are gonna team up and gonna have this duo with each other, I don't know. But yeah, her story also seems to be important for the overall narrative of whatever the show is trying to tell, which is cool because I like her character very much, and I hope that her character is gonna get developed more in a Scarlet Witch way, which is like altering the reality, altering the atoms. Hence the name of Atom Eve, I guess. What else happened in this episode? In this episode, I think we got to know more characters. We got to know this black dude who was part of the Guardian of the Globes, but then he lost his powers and I guess got kicked out. It was never mentioned that he got kicked out of the Guardians of the Globes, but that's what it seems happened. But now he's once again part of the new Guardians of the Globe. Rex was making kind of fun of him and he kind of put Rex in his place, which I liked. Then there was this Ant-Woman that could shrink herself to any size and went into this monkey's ear and made him to puke and lose consciousness, which was very cool. I liked it. Monster Girl's power kind of seems like Hulk type of a power with kind of a double-edged sword because she gets younger every time she transports. It's like a curse, I guess. It's such an interesting way of writing a curse that you get younger every time you transform. That's a very unique ability, and I liked this part of the writing about this power. And then I think there was Duplicate in the Guardians of the Globe and Rex, and that's it, I think, for now. And yeah, we got to meet this dog, someone, I don't remember what was the last name part of this dog that had these globes, was mentioning some interesting points about the American presidents, that figureheads that are up to Mount Rushmore, that they were racists and all this kind of stuff, which is true. It's basic history fact. And then also it was like, are you pandering to your gender roles? Talking about pandering to gender roles to Eve, which Eve answered that this outfit was my choice, dude. And yeah, what else happened? Like Dark Blood went after Nolan. He just confronted Nolan right away. That takes big balls. If you ask, even Cecil cannot do it, and Cecil seems like a very tough guy. And he was just like insinuating in front of Nolan that you are the one who killed Guardians of the Globe. And then he obviously talked to Debbie. He is not willing to let this go. He is not willing to go for the orders Cecil gave it to him, which was never to mention this to anyone. He's very stubborn, which I like. I like this about him. Who else we saw in this episode? I feel like this was all. If I missed something, I'm gonna discuss it at the start of episode 4 reaction. But yeah, I like this episode so far. World building seems amazing. Characters, new and old one, seems very good. They seem like they have something. Every character has something to contribute to the story. Even these twins that I saw maybe in the first episode when these Moller twins opened the episode and story for us, right? They were the first villains we saw. I thought maybe they are gonna come back for the second episode as well, but they never did. So then I thought that, okay, I guess they were just there for the introduction of how the world works, and that they are villains and they are heroes. But no, they made a comeback in the third episode. So it tells me that storytelling is good. It does not abandon some characters or some storylines. It actually builds on it, which is, if you ask me, one of the points for a good writing. I'm very excited to see for what Robot released these twins. And yeah, the twin one that is calling himself Original One, even though I think it's not really given to us which one was original, the one that died or the one that survived. I think they are clones of each other. One is a clone to another, right? But it does not mean that they have the same kind of a character, to be honest, because one was like, okay, what are we supposed to do right now? Never thought of killing his brother. And the other one directly just went in very cold-hearted. I did not like it. I felt sorry for the other one. So what are their purpose? Or what is now this only one is left? So what is his purpose in the story? The Moller twins' purpose. It's very interesting. It obviously is going to be connected to Robot's story, and I'm very excited to get more about Robot as well. He seems very intriguing. He seems very sus right now. Hopefully the case is something different, and it's gonna be explained that he is still a good one, but he just needed this for something. I don't know, maybe he calculated something and it was like they need to be out before some event happens or whatever, I don't know, but yeah, that's interesting. We will see each other next Friday for Invincible reactions, but if you are watching any other shows I'm doing right now on the channel, I'm doing Game of Thrones, I'm doing Stranger Things, I'm doing Jujutsu Kaisen, and I'm doing Attack on Titan, then we will see each other earlier than next Friday. Goodbye.